Hello everybody, welcome to it. It's all about love. My name is Hannah, for those who don't know me yet. So today we are going to be talking about Mother Teresa, to continue talking about her. We are in the 16th episode. For those who are interested in Mother Teresa, in her life, I would suggest you to watch the previous episodes of Mother Teresa. So today we are going to be talking about her in the 80s and probably passing by. Last time in the 15th episode, I was talking to you about Mother Teresa loving the rich and the poor. And she knew about what was being rich because she had been one. And she knew that the rich people were here for a purpose. She knew that the poor and the rich were all needed. And so she wanted the rich to help the poor materially and the poor to help the rich spiritually. It was what she knew and wanted. She knew that always had been like that. Always we had, through our story in centuries, we had rich people and you have poor people always. And the main was always for the rich people to help the poor. And you know that many rich people are helping the poor nowadays, especially those vulnerable who really need food and water to drink around the world. So, but Mother Teresa knew that many poor people were rich spiritually, were rich because they believed in God. And she knew that many rich people didn't know about God. They were very poor spiritually. And so she knew and she wanted the poor that knew a lot about God to help the rich ones with the things of God, the principles of God. And so everyone in interaction needed to help each other and needs today to help each other. So her aim was bringing the rich and the poor together, always the poor. Well, we know that we will have always rich people and poor people, like before. We had people in centuries ago, poor and rich, like I said before, and always be like that. And so, furthermore, on the early 80s, Mother Teresa's eyesight was deteriorating. But a desire to preserve in her vocation and dying in action was above her physical weakness. So, if you go to the previous episodes, you know that I spoke about Mother Teresa, about certain illnesses she had, and she should do something very good in a way. And some people probably won't think that is good, but she believed that the best thing for her, even if she had pain, or she wouldn't share with anyone. She wouldn't share with anyone if she was sick or unwell, because she felt that a priority was above all, and the priority was helping others, not her. But of course she needed to help her as well if she wanted to help others, isn't it? But she believed that those problems she had, health problems, they were going to be overcome as she was helping others. Those were above her weaknesses, those who needed her help. And so in 1974, for example, I spoke already about the 70s, what she did, but in 1974, going back to 1974, she has suffered a slight stroke, but it was just in 1981, while she was traveling in the United States, that doctors diagnosed her with a heart condition. It was just in 1980s, in the 80s, or 1981, that the doctors diagnosed her with a heart condition. But of course, she was feeling, I'm sure she was feeling pain. Sometimes she was feeling unwell because she was working so hard. Sometimes she was exhausted. Sometimes she had all the kind of problems, and she shouldn't share. She knew what's going on with her a little bit, but then doctors found out that she had also heart problems, apart other problems like eyesight. And for example, in 1981, in the same year, the Missionaries of Charity opened 8 more foundations in India and 17 others in America, Europe, Africa, Australia and Asia, including a house in Tokyo. See, she was always doing things. No wonder she was feeling these problems. Of course, as you age, you get health problems. There is no doubt about it. Some people more than others. Sometimes some people get at a certain age, they don't have much health problems. But naturally speaking, in general terms, people as they age, they get sometimes a little bit of more. Sometimes no, I would say always some things about their health that is not quite there, not quite well and satisfactory. So in spite of her condition, physical condition that was deteriorating, she continued opening houses around the world and in India. And so in the United States, Mother Teresa visited Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan really had a great admiration for Mother Teresa. At the White House, she visited him at the White House. And afterwards, the international press in the United States asked President Reagan what he had said to her after that conference, that conference or that visit in the White House. The international press asked Ronald Reagan what he had said to her. And he simply said, I listened. So Mother Teresa would talk and he would listen, because he really, really admired her. A generosity, a strength, a power, a charisma. He really admired her for what she was doing for the poor of the poor. Incredible. So subsequently, she flew straight to some other countries, including Germany and Brazil and Northern Ireland, to inaugurate new houses and taught peace and God's love. It was always an interest, God's love and peace, and helping the poor of the poor. It's wonderful. Meanwhile, she asked prayers for a brother who was sick in that time in 1981. She asked prayers for a brother that he was sick at that time. And he died that same year in 1981. Sadly, 1982 was a time of wars and confrontation. Lots of wars were going around the world. And Mother Teresa and the sisters went to Nagasaki to help the victims. She had seen famine. Mother Teresa had seen famine, death and suffering, but never to the extent of the devastation of that war, the Nagasaki. Nagasaki. It was extremely bad. She never had seen such a pain, just a suffering in the war. She also went to Beirut, Mother Teresa, in 1982, and into Lebanon. And at arrival, the bombing and shooting between Israel army and Palestinian guerrillas were at their worst when she got there, she arrived there. And accompanied by Red Cross workers, Mother Teresa went into the middle of the conflict. She could be dead. She could be killed in the middle of the area, the fight. She could be dead. Someone could kill her. The bomb could kill her. So she went into the middle of the conflict in the western area and brought 38 mentally and physically disabled Muslims. She went to save those ones some people who didn't want to go there because they were afraid of dying. But they didn't. They left these special needs people behind, and because to save their lives and leaving the other people dying. But Mother Teresa saw that in a not rightful way. That's why she took action. She thought to herself, I believe, as you don't want to do and you didn't do because you were afraid of dying, I'm going to do what you didn't do. I'm going myself there and take these special needs kids, children, people with me from this confrontation, this war confrontation. I don't care. If God is with me, I believe that He's going to help me, because she was always confiding with God. She was always trusting in God that He was with her, and she knew that God was with her. And she had this power to go to the middle of the war, the confront, and bring these people, the 38 mentally retarded people. I believe that those who are working with these people, these mentally retarded people, believe that, well, let's save our lives and let them die, because they are mentally retarded. They don't have any use for the society. At least you can have some use for the society. And we don't care, although we love them probably, maybe some of these people loved this mentally retarded, but some of them probably didn't care. They preferred to save their lives. They preferred to save their lives and leaving these 38 kids behind to die. So, but Mother Teresa, it was the hero of this. She just went to the middle of the war and brought them. They were aged between 7 and 21 years old. See, so many souls could die if it was not for Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa took the action, took the step. Oh, such a woman of braver, so strong, so selfless. That's wonderful, so courageous. Many people don't have this, but she had. And so she crossed the war zone to rescue these children. Before she came to Beirut, no one wanted to rescue the children. No one. These people who were linked to the children didn't want to do anything with children because they were afraid of dying. But after these people didn't want to rescue them, after they saw what Mother Teresa was doing, so a courage and a determination to save these kids, they began to help. They followed her. That's why when I say that Mother Teresa is a wonderful example for us to follow, it's because sometimes we feel that you don't have power to do certain things, or it's not our skills to do this, and we shouldn't do that. But in seeing what Mother Teresa did, we can do like her. We can do sometimes more than you think. We can do. There is no doubt about it. We can, especially with regards to humanity, to deal with humanity, to human beings, to help them. It was what she was doing. Sometimes you think that it is not our business to do this, or maybe someone is going to help, and you leave people in need without support and help. But Mother Teresa was always in action. And this is a wonderful example. Like these people didn't want to rescue these children. After they saw what Mother Teresa did, they followed her steps. They began by helping and saving them too. So when you see Mother Teresa doing wonderful things, crossing certain difficult situations and saving others in need, then you can do the same. Especially when we really feel for other people in need. and you want to save them. So that was brilliant, that was wonderful what she did. Well, no wonder, she was always in action. People were being rescued, and food and clothes were being given to anyone in need at that time. Because she had this international financial support that would rescue anyone in need. And because at that age, that time, Beirut was in war, they really needed food and clothes and water to help these people in war, the victims of war, and so she was really helping them. That's wonderful, beautiful for Mother Teresa. So today you are finalizing this episode, episode 16. I hope you enjoyed what Mother Teresa did. I hope you embraced her legacy, understood her legacy, and I hope you can and we can take some steps, sometimes even farther than you are taking now, just through knowing what she was doing is an inspiration for us to do more, even more that you are doing now. So I hope you got something from here, like I said, and I repeat, and like I got to, because I'm always learning too, about life, about everything. So for now, I just wait to say thank you for you connecting with us and